it's Jessica and welcome to The Devil's Gospel. So, this is a game by Michaela Laws. She made it for the Asylum Jam 2017, which she did a full 48-hour live stream of it, her entirety of, making the game. Unfortunately, I missed the part of the stream where she actually, finished the entirety of the game and then read it out to, or played it on stream, so I didn't get to see what was happening. I made it to the end of the stream when she was finished with everything, so I told her that I would play this game. Of course I'm gonna play Michaela's games, what the hell. But also, another thing, part of this is, Madam Sharky, you may know her as well, she is voice acting in this game, so I'm really excited to see how she did as a voice actress, because I know she was a little bit nervous about it, so I'm gonna tell you how you did, okay, Sharky? Before we get started, if you guys would like to get the game yourself, it is free to play. There's a link in the description where you can download it. And I have no idea what this game is about, so I can only assume good things. I mean, the name is The Devil's Gospel. I mean, it's family friendly, right? This video is gonna be demonetized. Prologue. Whoa.
Forgive me, Father.
Oh yeah, Jonah Scott is voicing in this as well. I think Bradley Gareth and, there's a bunch of others that I know they're voicing in this, but we'll look at it later anyway.
Hell yeah, you did.
Uh-oh. How could this happen to me? How could I have stooped so low as to allow this? I can only blame myself. I was weak, vulnerable to the desires of the flesh. And now, here I kneel before judgment of God, tainted by the red nails of Satan's harlots. Will you accept this tainted soul into your flock, knowing what he has done?
You're really getting into this, huh?
Don't speak to me, Temptress.
What is happening?
What? You came to me with a tit in your pants. Don't blame me for you needing to release some internal stress.
Okay. Family friendly, alright.
No, lady.
And you're no man of God, now are you?
Yikes. She's right. I let myself become lustful for companionship, where I willingly tainted my soul with desire. I have no right to call myself a holy man, much more a man of God. How can I earn my salvation now? My name is Harlow, a pastor and a Christian. I live rotting shambles of a church and no one cares for or remembers. Do I regret my position? No. I speak to the Lord and carry out his will. Should he be damned my silence, I would shut my mouth to any of those who seek to open it. Should he be damned to praise, I would sing the songs of wisdom and love for all who would hear. Yet I find myself chained to a being not welcome of this world God has created. A devil. I had not ever imagined myself being held by such a sinful creature, but I had done so without a knowledge of whom I was holding in return. All because I succumbed to the calling of such a vile sin.
You know, maybe if you prayed a little more, God would have stopped you from coming to my corner.
Yikes.
How much longer will I be tested? Have I not proven my devotion to you?
And he's ignoring me again. Great.
In the name of the Father, and the Son,
and the fuck me silly, amen and hallelujah.
Jesus!
Do not speak of such taint upon this holy ground.
Holy ground? Bitch, where? I don't see any sign that says.
Shut your blasphemous mouth. This is a church, and you somehow slithered your way into this building.
You're cute when you're stupid. This church is nowhere on holy ground, or else your precious God would have stopped me.
Yikes.
Hold your tongue.
Hold it for me, baby.
What will it take for me and this place to be rid of you?
So the holy man finally asks.
Uh-oh, we're gonna make a deal with the devil?
You dropped your pants again for the devil. Well. Got nothing to say now? You're about to make a deal with the devil and climb down a hole you can't climb back out of. You sure you want to hear the punchline before your joke of a life is over?
I've already tainted my soul with your stench. I might as well know what I'm bathing in.
Poetic. I'm slightly turned on by that mouth of yours.
I think she was turned on a long time ago, but okay.
Enough prattle out of you. What torment do you have in store for me?
Well, I could just take your soul now and be done for the day. But you're just too interesting to slice apart that quickly. Gotta savor my prey, you know?
That is what I've become now. Prey. Lord, forgive me.
So I'll make you an offer that may or may not piss you off, just to see if you'll take it.
I mean, considering this guy already slept with this woman, what else could happen?
How do you feel about murder?
Oh, okay. I thought she was just gonna be give me your soul willingly.
You will not command me to do any such act.
Oh, I won't command it or demand it or whatever. Just a thought, since, you know, you want to be saved and shit, right?
How would murder save my soul?
I'll make it simple, I promise. 7 souls, how about that?
Silence.
Come on,
7?
preacher boy. 7 souls ripped from this earth and I'll let you go. It's a steal if you ask me.
I would rather burn in hell. Oh shit, I actually have to choose. Can I save? I'd rather burn in hell. I mean, honestly, I think he's already going to, but let me put ... I've already dug my grave. How far down will I continue to dig?
See, aren't I such a nice person? 7 souls for the price of 1. And you're gonna do the whole silent treatment thing on me now, aren't you?
Ugh.
It's not gonna work, you know.
He's
I'll
groaning.
just assume you've accepted my terms.
I cannot respond to her, but I cannot find myself denying the deal she has set before me. What can I do? If I deny her, then I will lose the chance of redemption, and have her licking my heels until my death. But if I agree, then I would be forced to commit the biggest atrocity known to mankind, one God forbids without question. My silence only leads me to the path of damnation.
I think I hear the cogs in your head turning. Creepy. Well, I'll just make myself comfy until you make a decision. It's not like I'm gonna let you go for free.
I will throw you out.
I
think
will
she'll
make
just-
out with your pillows and bed sheets until you make a choice.
Okay, I was gonna say she could just come back inside, but okay.
7 souls, 7 days.
Oh dang, so we have to kill like 1 person a day?
What?
Did I stutter? 7 days for 7 souls. Do it, and I'll kiss the pavement on my way out. Fail, and I take your soul for wasting my time. Deal.
Her hand extended out to me as if she deserved to be acknowledged. But what choice do I have? I can only take it, biting my cheek in self-punishment for this decision.
Good boy. Have a good night.
How can we have a good night? You just... okay, devil lady, whatever. Oh Lord, forgive me for I've sinned. And may my soul carry the strength to defy this abomination. Chapter 1, Forgive Me, Father. How long is this game? I have no idea. The she-devil wants me to exchange 7 souls for my own. She believes that I will bend to her will? No. I refuse to give in to this creature's demands. She may have forced an answer out of me, but she will not force me to comply with her whims. I will take my time to prepare my soul for what is to come. I will banish myself to cast the body into flames of hell. No being on this earth should have to trade their life for mine. Let my sin be my own destruction. The morning is unkind, and the sun taunts me as I wake the following day. The wooden floor beneath me, rotting and bending to both the march of the time and the weight of my body, creaking its pity for me. The monster in my bed only stirs me to stand up faster to leave the room. Despite her nonsense, I am still a preacher, and God still has work for me to do while I'm on this earth. I enter, nice nipples, I enter the bathroom, and I stare in shock at what had been done to my body. 7 large slashes etched into my chest, taunting me to remind me of the deal that I had unwillingly made. Are these simply the marks of my agreement, or the shadows of what I must do? I think it's both. I cannot bear to look at myself any longer and continue to dress for the day. When I am good and ready, I continue my journey to my calling. I'm walking down the steps from my room to the in the attic to the chapel. I can hear each stair weakly groan out of disappointment in me. It's a sound I'm used to, but this time it's their disapproval echoes tenfold for who I have sinned with. I cannot fault them, and I continue forward into the sanctuary of the building, a place where any and all are welcome to find God's light. The hall is empty and I don't mind. It's being solemn for many months, and only the starving or the sick show their face before the pupilate and the cross in the rare intervals. This, no doubt, because of the age of this place, the walls, the doors, the paint, and even the cross that hangs high above, are victims to time and neglect. Yet I came and embraced this place in my love, hoping to bring life back into the hallowed halls. Pity that I am a mere sinner. A small knock beats on the front doors. I know immediately who it is, stepping forward and unlocking the doors for them.
Morning, Helen.
Good morning, Pastor Harlow. Did you sleep well?
A small smile forms in an innocent soul. If only she knew the man she was speaking to.
Slept well.
A lie.
How did you sleep?
The same. What would you like me to do today?
Who is this? Helen is a dear friend who willingly volunteers her time to clean the chapel and welcomes in people seeking guidance while I'm lost in my study. Ah, okay. Without her, no one would even dare to come into my doorstep because of the rot. I am forever thankful for her assistance.
Nothing outside of what you graciously bring already to this place. You are truly a child of God.
Thank you, Pastor.
And with a silent understanding, she goes to dust off the pews, one with the many rags she brings with her. Maybe God guides her steps. Maybe it's her own caring heart that carries her forward. I feel a small twinge of jealousy in my chest at how pure-hearted she is. And thus, the day begins. Oh, don't tell me we actually have to kill this girl. Because we have to take 7 people, right? Don't tell me it's like one of her, because she's so innocent. We don't barely know anything, but like, for the amount of like time we've seen her, I'm just like, 7 a.m. A simple visit from a young boy, praying for his mother's recovery. 8:30 a.m. A drunk staggers in and naps in the pew. 10 a.m. A woman slides into a pew and casts her head down in a prayer.
Can I help you, my child?
Yes. I need a prayer.
Oh, for what?
Dinosaur erotica?
What?
Excuse me?
I need to go.
I hastily exit and another trouble thrown out of my mind. What the hell? Dinosaur run? Oh my god, I don't know. Time slowly moves on without a care of who comes and goes from the church. I am used to this, used to the turtle pace of the flock. By noon, silence regains once more. A sigh escapes me as I sit behind the pulpit.
Is something wrong?
I lift my head to look into Helen's concerned eyes.
It's nothing for you to worry.
Oh, don't worry, there's just a devil woman upstairs, don't worry about it.
Are you sure? It's okay if you want to talk about it.
I hold her hand, I shake my I don't know what to do. You seem nice, but I don't want you involved in this. I'll shake my head. She should not have known my suffering.
It's a concern I must suffer through myself.
Don't worry, I don't want you to get hurt.
No need to worry.
Small frown, but a nod in acceptance.
Alright.
I look at the time, 5 minutes after noon, lunchtime. I stand with my revitalized smile.
I'll get us lunch this time. Would you like anything specific?
Helen shakes her head.
I should be going soon anyway. I have to prepare for my night class.
I don't want to be mean to her, but she should get the hell out of here because I'm scared that she's gonna die. It almost escapes me that she's also a college student. I can only walk her out and wave goodbye as she leaves to prepare for the night.
So, when are you gonna fuck her?
No! My soul burns with anger once more.
Watch your tongue.
I'm just saying, she's cute. I'm surprised she hasn't offered to suck your...
Enough!
Oh my god. I snatch my jacket off the wall, preparing to go out and get lunch for myself.
Ooh, you gonna go get lunch? Get me something too.
I am not your dog.
You are so my bitch.
Without another word, I walk out and lock the door behind me. I doubt she would raise hell in the building, at least not without me being there to watch her do it. I, at least, can find some form of solace in that. I enter my van, which is parked beside the building, and drive to find some food. Meanwhile, my mind begins to wander. I can't help but think of what has occurred and what will occur. How does one truly say goodbye to life and embrace the harsh punishment of hell? I shudder, thinking of the flames my imagination painted in my mind to homage it to hell. Image screams of the damned echoed in my mind, warning me of what is to come and what I will be forced to endure. My hand grips on the steering wheel. My foot presses hard on the gas pedal beneath me. For all eternity, I will... Well, dude, you kind of pressed it on the gas a little hard there, so... What? What happened? My vision, blurred and distorted, barely making out of the airbag pressed against my body. I can hear my heart beating in my head from the impact I made. But what on earth caused it? I weakly reached for my seatbelt and fastened it, freeing myself from its confine before opening the door and stumbling out of my car. The smell of gas and fire rushes through my nostrils and I realize what just occurred. A car crash. One that I had caused, or was a part of, which was the truth. I shake my head and look to see the damage done to my car. Surprisingly, only the front disc caved in. I turn my head further to see who or what I collided with. My body goes cold. Flipped onto its top was much a smaller car than mine, a Jeep. The side had crashed into a released smoke of flame, which was quickly engulfed by the car and its victims in it. Oh no! I barely caught the shadows of 3 Yikes! And their kids! 3 teenagers crumbled into their seat from within the smoke. I can only manage to step one step forward before I fall onto my knees and feel gravity pull my stomach down.
Ow.
My heart stops from the moment I can force my head up to view the scene once again, hearing the voice of a young man cry out from the wreckage. A young man strapped to the back seat of the Jeep struggles to unlatch himself. The smoke, having cleared slightly, reveals two of his friends in the front seat with their necks finally snapped. Oh no! We already killed 2 people! Oh no! He's the only one alive. I force myself forward on my hands and knees, attempting to gather my strength to save him. But it exploded. We Michael Bay'd the Jeep.
Pastor Harlow.
He'll be fine. He just needs some time to rest after the accident.
Hey, it's Sharky! Okay.
What happened?
Well, there were a group of teenagers racing around in a lot in a stolen Jeep, and they decided to take their excursion to the street.
Oh.
According to the police and eyewitnesses, they skidded in front of the minister and caused an accident.
Oh, for some reason I thought the minister did it because like he was just like, oh, I'm slamming on the gas pedal and just driving. I thought he just crashed into those kids. Okay. Well, that still doesn't make it okay because technically he killed 2 people, right?
Oh my god.
I agree. He's lucky to still be alive.
What about the teenagers?
They did not make it. Seconds after the collision, the Jeep they had commandeered for their fun exploded. We could barely make out their bodies after the fire was put out.
Lord.
They had died in that accident. Because I wasn't paying attention, was it my fault? It had to have been, yet from the doctor's story.
How long will it take for him to recover?
2 days, maybe 3. If all goes well, we can release him on Wednesday night and let him rest at home.
Thank you, doctor.
I can't help but let my mind wander as I rest. Was I at fault for their deaths? Was my negligence to the road really what caused the accident, or was I going to be part of whatever I had paid attention or not? Even as silence and the night takes over my room, I'm healing it. I'm lost, frightened. The image of burning Jeep scratches itself into my deep memory, and my soul knows that eventually I will burn like them.
Well done. I didn't even have to do
Got
anything, and
3.
you already have a nice head start.
Yikes. My eyes shoot open from the sound of it seething into my recovering eardrums. Her voice is both an annoyance and a torturous device meant to stab pain through my soul. At my side sits the she-devil who plagues me, a smirk stretched from ear to ear, in some sadistic form of pride.
I get it, you're a little deaf, but I know you can hear me, and your mouth isn't damaged.
What do you want?
I'm here to congratulate you. Is that such a bad thing?
My thoughts escape me. I don't wish to listen to this harlot anymore.
What do you mean?
Hello? The 3 shithead teens who died in that car crash? 3 down. Oh, don't feel bad for them. They were adrenaline junkies who wanted to get off in a stolen Jeep without seatbelts. Karma's a bitch, ain't it?
Oh my god.
You had something to do with this.
Me? The devil you locked in your church before you left? While I'm flattered by your confidence in how powerful I am, I'm too lazy to set up a perfect accident like that.
Really? No, this can't be. This is solely on my head.
Oh God, please don't start crying. I thought you were supposed to be holier than thou and shit.
Be quiet.
Subconsciously, I ran my hand over my chest along the fabric of my medical gown. Wait. I instantly stop and a small chuckle rumbles from the monster beside me.
Surprise.
I opened the collar of my medical gown across my chest and stared down at the scratches on my body. Where there had been once 7, now 4 remain intact on my skin. The other 3 vanished without a trace of them ever have being there in the first place.
3 down, preacher boy. Oh, and don't worry. No one else can see those nice little marks you have.
Ah,
I made
okay.
sure of that.
So
It's just a reminder for the preacher to, like, do it.
Again with the high and mighty bullcrap. You got into that accident, so technically you murdered them. Their deaths count.
Oh, Lord, forgive me.
If you finish that prayer, I will backhand you.
What do you want from me?
Your soul. Duh. Or 7 other souls. That's your choice. I'll take either or.
I feel like we're too deep into this anyway, so...
You don't belong on this earth.
And you're not fit to be a preacher man. Face it, you're a shitty human being, and that's all you'll ever be.
Jeez.
Not even God can give a shit about you. If he did, you wouldn't be in this mess.
Damn her. Damn her words, her mouth, her existence. My soul feels lighter. Why? Chapter 2, Save My Soul. 2 days have gone by, and while my heart continues to mourn and shudder at what had occurred to me and the teenagers, something in my soul feels lighter and free. Why do I feel this way? What happened to me? Is it because I am closer to being free from the she-witch? No, I cannot allow myself to feel as much. And yet, 3 souls down, 4 to go.
Here, let me help you up the stairs.
Please don't tell her we're gonna kill Helen. Like, she's too innocent, man. It's not okay.
Thank you.
A gentle arm around me, guiding my steps up to my room. I no longer need to rest at the clinic, so I'm allowed sanctuary in my church. I am both thankful, yet unexcited to reunite with the devil girl who marked my room as her own. If I am lucky, the abomination will not be there when we reach the top of the stairs. Helen opens the door to my room, void of anyone. Thank
I
God.
can walk to my bed on my own from here. Thank you, Helen, for your assistance.
Absolutely. I've sent messages to my professors about what happened, and they're okay with me working here until you fully recover.
I can only nod. I am not well enough to perform my usual duties or lead any prayer. However, Helen can greet and guide visitors without needing to do as I do for them. I let my body sink into the bed and instinctively shut my eyes. It is not as comfy as the clinical bed, but it is my bed nonetheless. I can barely hear Ellen slowly walk out of the room and close the door behind her. Alas, a moment of myself in my room. I don't think so.
Welcome home, sweetie.
I can't stop at the growl that escapes me.
You disgust me.
That's not what you said when we met.
I have no strength to toss her out. I can only grumble and sink further into the mattress.
Leave me in peace.
Get me 4 more souls.
Okay, can you wait, bitch? Like, I'm injured. No matter how much I argue with her, she will not leave me be. I might as well remain silent. After all, she's a foul beast with a strong hold on my soul. At any moment, she can pull me under, and I would be lost forever. She knows how to silence me in the end. I keep my eyes closed and try to let sleep take a hold of me. The faster I recover, the faster I can remove myself from the room and continue my work as a preacher. A preacher. Me. Am I really deserving of that title after what happened? Should I even allow myself to recover? I will be taken at the end of the week. I refuse to take another life. And yet some darker part of me is desperate for me to... The feeling of euphoria, the taste of almost being free from this harpy is... blissful? Or sinful?
You know your soul belongs to me, right?
Fire. Flames licking my arm, my neck, my chest.
I'm going to have so much fun with you.
Can't stop, it's too hot, I'm burning up, someone help me!
Scream all you like. No one will save you here in hell.
God forgive me, lead me through the flames and show me mercy.
God can't save you.
No!
Oh, okay.
Yeah! Pastor Harlow!
It's like, how do you explain, like, hey, there's a devil following me, you know? A nightmare? Yes. Only a nightmare. The air around me is normal. The sight of my room is real. I am okay. Helen sits on the wooden stool beside my bed, holding a plate of food for me. When did she...
Helen.
Are you okay? You looked like you were having a terrible nightmare.
I'm fine now. It was terrible. I'm fine now. I cannot let her know what I imagined. It was a nightmare. Fictitious. It was not worth her worry.
I was just remembering the accident. I'm fine now, I promise.
Another lie. How many lies will I tell? A grimace, yet a gaze of full understanding.
All right. As you say.
She doesn't believe us, like even the other one too. Like she didn't believe us, the other lie. Helen lifts the plate of food to show me what she has brought for me. Simple cheese cubes and bread with melon slices. A simple meal, but one I am thankful for.
Here, to help bring your energy up. You have to eat properly.
I can only nod, unable to say any more. The time escapes me as I slowly nibble on the food. My jaw, adjusted to remaining silence and in slumber, aches as I open to welcome the bread. I must look pathetic, but it is what I can do for now. Eventually I will recover from this and I will move again. Maybe I can find a way out of this hellish contract I'm bound to. One could only hope. Helen leaves me after feeding me, taking the now empty plate with her. Looking outside, it's dark and I know that she'll have to lock up and leave. As I hear the echo of the front doors locking, I let a sigh out. I am back to being alone with the devil. That's when I hear it.
Hello, Pastor Harlow?
What? Shining from outside my door is a faint barely stretching through the cracks of my ears. What's going on?
Are you there? I really need to speak to you if you don't mind.
I forced myself out of bed, rushing towards my door to figure out who's calling for me. I don't recognize the voice.
Jeez, I didn't know you were such a widely desired preacher.
Shut up, okay? Can't help but glare in her direction.
What did you do?
Again, you're blaming me for shit I didn't do. Maybe someone's desperate to sing Kumbaya with you before going home. I don't know.
I click my tongue in disapproval and continue towards the door. I can hear the woman who was asking for me reach the top of the stairs.
Now, before you do that...
Enough out of you.
I mean it. You might want to hear what I...
Quiet!
I grab a hold of the knob and force the door open, pushing it out to receive my guest.
Ah!
What? What? What happened? I can only stare as the woman who was reaching for the doorknob in return is forced back from the front door and stumbled down the stairs.
Huh?
Okay. How? No! Her body's just twisted and broken.
I swear I can't do anything with you.
What
I
the
told you to hold
fuck?
on.
The woman, why did... It had to be her fault. She had something to do with this. I turn and glare at the devil, knowing that she had made this murder occur.
You caused this.
You can't blame me for this one.
I grab the cross that hangs from my door and hold it up towards the she-witch.
Begone, spawn of Satan!
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with her. Like, if I assumed he tried to do this earlier. If it didn't work then, why does he think it was gonna work now?
The power of Christ compels you from this holy sanctuary.
Dude, you're embarrassing yourself. Put that down.
I grit my teeth and tighten a hold onto my cross, unrelenting in my desire to remove it from my life. The devil finally stops smiling and just glares at me.
I said, put it down.
Like I would obey her.
Ah!
Ooh, I drop my cross and suddenly ignites into flames in my hands. It clatters onto the floor and stops burning at last, leaving a dark char on its wooden build. How did she... No, that couldn't happen.
Are you done having a tantrum? Do you need a pacifier too?
That's impossible.
The devil stares at me in disbelief. No unholy being can overpower God's light. How is she able to light his symbol in a flame?
Humans are fucking stupid, I swear.
She walks over and picks up the cross, clutching it between her hands.
First of all, wooden cross. Easily ignitable. Idiot.
She snaps the cross into two pieces and drops it both on the floor. A part of my soul tears at the sight. 3 steps forward and she grasps my collar of my shirt, pulling me to her in an almost deathly grasp. The stench of her breath penetrates my nose and I wince at how close she is to my face.
Second, your soul is mine, bitch. As long as you carry my marks, no holy magic can save you from me.
Yeah, we're screwed. No, I won't let her control me.
Now, you should be happy that you got another kill. That's one more soul you don't need to hunt for.
I grab her wrist and try to force her off me, but she tightens her grip and lifts my shirt higher, forcing me to arch my back. She leans in, nose to nose with me. I can't help but scowl.
4 down, 3 to go.
I just want to know who that freaking lady was. No, she's dead. Like, Chapter 3, Sanctuary. The body was taken from the church. Since the doors were locked, the woman who had died was considered guilty of breaking and entering. A morning full of interviews from the police and investigators. I was excused to rest. I wasn't sure how much more I could handle, the weight of the deaths around me. Yet with each passing death, I felt much more closer to freedom. My heart felt abnormally ecstatic and my body felt lighter. Like chains were being dropped from my limbs and were allowing me to inch closer to God's light. Was this an illusion? Some fake form of hope to spur me into doing what I knew was humanity's ultimate sin? I had to fight this. I had to find a way to control my unbridled euphoria from this cursed deal. But I would be free. But I would carry the weight of 7 lives on my shoulders. Sleeping became impossible. The self-image drowning of hell and the devil's torturous acts on my body frightens me enough to keep my eyes wide open throughout the day and the following night. It was now Friday and I was beyond tired. My body ached in exhaustion and my eyes would not stop fluttering in their need to remain shut. How was I going to be able to do this?
You know, whether or not you sleep isn't my problem.
I was too exhausted to deal with the annoyance of my life, but I let the weakened sigh escape my lips at her statement.
I'm just saying.
A moment, a singular moment of peace was all I wanted, a breath of time without her smirk into my mind's eye. Please. I stopped for a moment and looked around. No witty retort, no sarcastic reply in my request. Just total silence.
Where did she go?
I stood from my bed, looking around my room in search for the damn devil. Despite the little time I had knowing her, this was unnatural for her. Was I actually allowed to have a chance to breathe? I think it's like a test. That's what I'm thinking. I couldn't help but fall to my knees beside my bed and clasp my hands together, pressing my thumbs to my lips.
Oh Lord, forgive me, for I have sinned.
Oh Lord, have mercy on me.
I have committed unspeakable sin, and I must ask for your forgiveness for my wrongdoing.
I have allowed this evil to walk through and envelop my life. I must not let it control me any longer.
In the name of...
What? I shout, breaking through my prayer.
Who is...
Somebody, please, let me in!
Oh god, is this guy gonna die too? Frantic pounding at the front door, a boy crying for help. I rush out of my room and practically sprint down the stairs, only seeing the she-devil leaning against the locked doors, filing her nails in boredom.
Oh, hey. You done praying to the spaghetti monster?
Oh my god. Move!
Huh? Why? You locked up for the night.
There's a boy who needs help.
The kid that's beating down your door? He'll be fine.
Okay, move, bitch,
Dude,
alright?
there's literally no point in opening this door.
You do not get to decide that.
What are you gonna do? Push me?
The boy continued to beat on the door. I could hear him crying and pleading for some form of sanctuary. Something was wrong. His fist echoed loudly into the chapel, slamming through the woods of the door. Something to the wood of the doors in earnest. Push the devil out of the way. Move. Can we push her out of the way? Okay, we're gonna push her. I jolted to courage and ran through my body. I practically sprinted forward and shoved the devil woman off the doors.
Holy shit! Ow!
Sorry! Finally, some control. I quickly maneuvered my hands over the lock and opened the doors. What? What the hell is that? What? No! I could only stand paralyzed at the sound that reached through my doors. I didn't even have to open the doors to know what happened. The knocks and cries for help had stopped. A burst of anger slammed my hand against one of the doors and slid down to my knees. I let my forehead kiss the wooden frame in internal defeat. This was worse than any nightmare I could have imagined. How could I, a minister and a follower of God, allow this?
Man, those are some sturdy doors for a rotting church.
The sound of her voice, I felt another scratch on my chest melt away into nothing. 2 more? Was this also my doing? Was I destined to somehow surround myself with death and destruction? Was this some sort of sign from God?
Hey! You!
What am I supposed to feel?
Hello? You!
Will I become numb to this?
Hey!
A strong kick to my side forces me down to the ground with a thump. I look up and glare, unable to stop myself from snarling in an undignified rage.
You done?
Keep your filthy being off of me.
Does like everyone just show up to the church and then they're dead? Is that what happens?
You know what? I'm not even gonna bring up the fact that you fucked me already. Oops, already did. Get over yourself. It'll be over soon.
This is beyond any form of torture you can strike at me.
You really wanna bet?
I can't take it. I stand and march towards her, unafraid of her power over me.
Either I become a willing witness to murder, or you take my soul. Both roads will leave me scarred before God.
Now, when you say witness, you mean watching or actually participating? Because taking part is what you've been doing.
Yikes, I can't control. My fist slams into the wall beside her head.
Ooh, feisty.
Yet I cling to some form of control, able to bite my tongue instead of showering her with filth from my words. I am better than that. I will never stoop to her level, not again. A moment of silence, staring at each other in a battle of dominance. This church is my domain, and she has trespassed it.
You know what, you little bitch? I'm so sick of your whining and crying.
A pang of fear? Is she?
I'll do you a solid. I'll take care of the boy on your stoop, so you don't have to deal with the police and shit. And I'll leave you alone for the next couple of days.
Wait.
Why the change of heart? If you have such a thing.
Because, despite me just sitting back and letting you do your preacher shit and killing people, you constantly point the finger at me, like I was the one who fucked a prostitute.
Well.
So I'm just gonna clear out and let you figure out that you are the one who's doing all of this shit. I happily take credit for things I actually do, but a human is not gonna pin human shit on me.
A snap of her fingers, and her body disappears into black smoke. The whistle of black dance in the air before fading into a transparent nothingness. Yet still, I hear a voice in my head.
2 days, preacher boy. 2 souls, or your pathetic ass is mine.
I grit my teeth before holding my head and folding onto my knees. I cannot escape. 2 more lives? I cannot blame the one who started it. The devil has brought me so much pain and suffering into my life. How will I end this journey? Oh Lord, please guide my feet. I ask for your strength as I fall one way or another. Will I damn 2 souls, or will my soul be engulfed in hell's inferno? I think you're screwed either way, dude. For once that night I slept. I was welcomed into a dreamless slumber until the morning. Saturday, the day before the Sabbath day, and the day before my last. How would I spend it? I don't feel the claws of the monstrosity holding me down like it did the previous nights. It is because I only have 2 marks left, or is it because the devil girl is not here? For a moment I can breathe. Dressing at last and carrying the strength of the day, I walked down the steps of my church to the sanctuary of the chapel. The front door is unlocked. I tense up instinctively. Did the devil lie to me? Is she here? I look towards the pulpit, past the pews, sensing the presence in the chapel. Could it be?
Good morning, Pastor Harlow.
Oh no, girl, please don't tell me she's the last one. I'm telling you, she's gonna die! A breath of relief.
Morning, Helen.
How are you feeling?
She walks over and places the back of her hand on my forehead. A sincere gesture, sweet. I can only smile softly at her.
I am much better than I have been for a while.
Alas, the truth. My soul isn't plagued by the dim vial of sin and punishment. For once this week, there is peace. A smile in return.
I'm glad.
She removes her hand from my face and returns to dusting off the pews. I watch for a moment. Will she miss me? Will she notice or care that when I'm gone? Would I be able to face her again if I'm allowed 2 more souls to be taken instead? The closer I am to my demise, the stronger thoughts in my head ring out in the bass of curiosity. Still the day will not wait, and thus the day begins. 7 a.m., a boy comes in and prays for his mother's swift recovery. 8:30 a.m., a drunk homeless man wobbles in and sleeps in the pew. 10 a.m., a woman walks in and sits on the pew, obviously waiting for me.
May I help you?
I'm sorry for what I said before. I was the one who...
It's alright. What can I do you for?
I really need that prayer. I've become obsessed with... Oh, I can't say it.
She likes Dinosaur Report?
God will not turn you away here. Tell me.
I'm obsessed with dinosaur erotica. And I need to be cleansed.
Another strange moment in my church, but I can only work out in the name of God. After the clock rings for the afternoon to begin, I let out another sigh. Even as my days become numbered, the pace of the flock still remained constant. Helen moves from the back towards the front doors, waving at me.
I'm off. See you tomorrow, Pastor.
Hey, pretty lady.
What? The drunken man slowly rises from the pew, awaking from the passed-out state, and grins at Helen.
Hello, sir?
My. God gave you a gift, didn't he?
Uh-oh. Oh no, this guy's gonna die! He starts to stumble forward, gripping the pews for balance. I instantly make my way to the 2 of them, wanting to protect Helen.
Sir, I have to ask you to...
You're wasting your time with the preacher, man. Let me show you the proper way to use your hands.
Ew! Bradley Gareth, how can you make your voice sound so sexy but so creepy at the same time? What the fuck?
No, thank you.
Another step, another stumble, before I find myself between the drunk and Helen.
You need to leave.
You need to not get in my way, holy man.
Oh! Okay, my skin freezes up at the sight of him drawing a knife from his jacket.
Nobody's gonna care for a dead preacher.
Oh, what? What do I do? What do I do? Oh god, what? Okay, what was that? Gripping his shoulder, I force him back and trying to release his hold. But he swings our linked arms between us and aims his knife once again. In an act of desperation, I... Oh, okay, he's dead.
Oh my god.
He stabbed himself? Or did I stab him? He fell back and cracked his head open on the pew on the way down. There is no life in his body, no breath in his chest.
Harlow? Are you okay?
No, man, the guy's dead! Call the police? I mean, yeah, we should call the police, right? let's call the police. That seems the right thing to do. My hand gently reaches for Helen. To my surprise, she takes a hold of it with both hands, trying to comfort me in my shaking form.
Helen, please call the authorities.
Without a word in reply, Helen takes out her cell phone and calls 911. The police and the ambulance arrive, taking the body and the drunken man away. Helen relays what happened to the authorities while I sit in the pew with a blanket surrounding my shoulders. Stare at the floor, reliving that moment over and over, trying to figure out what I had done wrong. I was protecting myself. I was protecting Helen. Yet a man died. Another scratch removed from my chest. One remains. One, and some twisted dark part of me screams in excitement. I don't recognize this person, yet I acknowledge their euphoria for the situation I am in. I have one more day left. What will happen? I look around, assuring myself that the devil witch is not here. I don't smell her stench. I can feel her smirk in the shadows. This is not all me. Oh, chapter 4, in the name of God. Amen. The night passes and I feel torn in many ways. In both elated, unnatural at the process being made in my curse. I am so close to being free. Yet I find myself in fear of what will come should I fail. The memories of how my imagination had been haunting me in my dreams. I can faintly taste the ash and charcoal from my nightmares. Was my mind preparing me for what was to come? Or will I have a chance to save myself at last? Taking in the scent of the morning as I wake, I can't help but let my chest rise from the bed and guide me up. A singular scratch across my skin, practically seductive, greets me as I enter the bathroom and clean my chest myself. I can't help but run my finger along it, pretending that it would vanish with my touch. Maybe, just maybe. Lord forgive me for my eagerness, but I long to return to your embrace. I make my way down to the chapel, taking in the sound of the organ playing. I only knew one person who knew how to perform. At the bottom of the stairs, I turn my gaze to lay my sights on Helen, who is sitting in the front of the organ and playing it in silence. I smile. She is very talented, and a small glimmer of hope within my body remembers. Maybe I could stay and listen to her play for more than just today. I can be saved and savor these moments as they are meant to be. I barely notice the high swinging of the cross that hangs above her. And all at once my breath stops and the air around me is still unnatural. I know too well that this was an unholy magic at work. And I know whose fault it was.
You've returned.
I have, preacher boy. Can I get a welcome home kiss?
Oh gosh. I find myself able to turn to her, the music in the air is rippling because of her strange power over time and space. She stands before me, grinning ear to ear, as she taps the collar and chain against her side. Meant for me? Or...
What? Not even a welcome home hug?
What are you doing here? The day ain't over.
It's about to be. Well, for her, anyway.
Of course she's gonna die! The devil woman points to her free hand at Ellen, who remains still in her seat by the organ. My heart stops and I realize ahead of time her demise. The rotting chair holding the heavy wooden cross against the wall is perfectly aligned with her spot. And the cross would crush her instantly if it fell.
Helen!
She can't hear you, holy man.
Oh no!
Why? Why her?
You're asking as if I planned this. Look around. This place is rotting, and anything can happen in such a decrepit place.
Despite not wanting to listen to her excuse, she was correct. The church itself was withering and dying under my watch, and in my pious blindness, I neglected to revitalize it correctly. So all of the deaths that happened, no.
I know you had something to do with all of these deaths.
With a growl in her own, the devil woman sneers at me.
That's what's wrong with you humans. You try and place blame on anything except yourselves when something goes wrong.
That's kind of true.
I come along for the ride, taking a chance to snatch souls from under Angel Watch, and I instantly become the scapegoat for your bullshit. The one time I take a back seat, and suddenly I am the one at fault for everything. This is why humanity will die by its own hands, and we devils don't have to do a damn thing.
I stare, lost in her explanation. She expects me to believe her words? She truly thinks that she is not at fault for this? At my silence, the abomination shakes her head.
I've had my fun. You're lucky I have to move on from this city. But I'm not leaving without a pet.
Eerily, slowly, I can hear the chains holding across the rod away and break. I turn to see it snap and the cross begins to fall.
Make a choice, preacher. The girl or you.
What? What? Save Helen! I'm gonna save her. I dash forward, not caring for my own safety. With Helen in my sight, I reach out and take her arm and with the last of my strength throw her away from the organ and the fallen cross. The time seemed to run in slow motion, and I watched as Helen reaches safety, and I... Okay, we're dead. Darkness, that is all I can see. I am wrapped by some form of cold embrace, and I feel my body floating in nothingness. Is this my afterlife?
Wow. You actually did that.
I open my eyes to see the devil woman floating by me, my arms crossed in disappointment. For once, I smile at her.
I would never let you touch her.
The monster snails at me, lowering her hands.
Well, you still have my mark, so your soul is...
Her voice stops, and she looks up, and her eyes go wide in fear.
You.
I look over at last to see what has caused her such fright, and stare into the gaze of a being wrapped in a gray and black coat, and a skull for a face. Behind the towering being float 2 other beings, dressed in white and gold robes of their own and carrying wings of pure white feathers. Are they angels? The skull being hovers over its large sight over my body. Oh, it's death, right? Pointing the edge of its towards the devil woman in some form of taunt.
No, that's not fair. I earned this one. He belongs to me.
Silence is the being's only reply as my body slowly floats towards the angels behind the skull being. The devil snarls and brings out a large sword, grasping it tightly in both hands.
I don't care if he's forgiven. He bears my mark.
The angels lay their hands on me. The mark on my chest vanished. I inhale a breath of pure air. The sight causes yet another fear-struck gaze to cross the woman's face.
Self-sacrifice.
The skull being lowers his sight as the harlot floats back into the dark space and glares hard at me and the angels that hold me close.
You got off on a technicality. A stupid, minor technicality that shouldn't exist.
Despite the anger in her eyes, the woman refused to come towards me. Oh.
Fine. But mark my words. This is not the last you will see of me. I will tear the gates of heaven apart, and when I do, you will be the first soul I fuck into the pits of hell where you belong.
Okay, that's nice. With her final words, she disappears into the black smoke and fades away into nothing. Am I safe? Have I truly been freed from her grasp? Around me, I feel love, and I can't recognize. I can't help tears falling down my face from the warmth I feel in my body. I am guided through the dark and find myself embraced in light. Good ending! Hey! Amen! Hey!
We're sorry for your loss.
Oh gosh.
Take your time. We'll escort you home when you're done.
Harlow, you saved me, but
If I can't have one,
Uh-oh.
then I'll have the other.
Oh, that's so messed up. We saved her, but she still gets... what? No. I want to see the other ending. What the hell was that? Stay still. Helen,
Damn. That cross was heavier than I thought. Sucks that she had to die, but... you know. Well, let's ask God what he thinks about you now. What? You seriously thought you'd be free after all these deaths?
Bitch!
Please.
She tosses the chain and collar at me, and it somehow straps itself around my neck.
Now let's see. How'd the incantation go again?
What is she?
Appicator! Quod angeli querere peccator. It's not like I wanted to call you, you pious prick. I found this little shit letting humans get killed.
What? What is that?
Because I want him. So I'm asking if I can claim him. It's not like the world needs any more sinners.
The new being looks over at the fallen cross and back at me. Never have I felt such judgment. It was just like staring into the cold eyes of God or his archangels. Was this an angel? A chuckle from the devil girl and a shudder down my spine.
Thank you. You're too kind.
The woman violently yanks on the chain connected to my collar, forcing me to drop to the floor and gasp for air.
Looks like God has no more pity for you.
A violent tornado of fire and air whirls around my form and I feel myself getting lightheaded. Are we?
Time to go home. Satan's gonna love this new toy.
I gripped up my collar, unsure and lost of what just happened. I can only claw at the floor as the woman drags me to the chain, leashing into the dark void. Bad end, a sinner through and through. Okay, so we don't win either way. That's nice. Thanks a lot, Michaela. And once again, I am very impressed because Michaela only made this in 2 days. That was actually really interesting. The concept of the preacher and the devil, and the fact that this guy legitimately thought she would let him go if she just killed all of them. Like, you really think of all the stories that you hear about devils and stuff, especially in, like, religious views, the devil always tricks people. So I'm surprised that this freaking preacher was just like, oh, she's gonna let me go if I do this. Like, really? Anyway, I enjoyed it. It was very interesting to see. That's messed up though with both endings, like you don't win either way. That's pretty messed up. But shout out to Sharky. I thought you did a good job with the voice acting, so if you do more voice acting, can't wait to see more stuff. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the companions. And if you'd like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. Get early access to videos are Patreon only, the Discord server to come talk to me, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Or you can support the channel for free on gawkbox.com/AGirlAndAGame, because this video is probably gonna get demonetized. I mean, yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the game yourself or any other of Michaela's games, I'll leave a link in the description to all her stuff. And her Twitch as well, because she does it every Friday and stuff like that. So yeah, that was good. I enjoyed this game. Just messed up because you don't win either way. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Woo, he's so hot. Alright, let's go. What do we do now? Join the Caldriel. They were sworn to oath of protection. We can rely on them. What about— don't start fucking one of them. Oh, bye. Oh no! What is it? Ida's mad. What?